Hey everybody, this week's Torah portion is Parsha Shmini, and it is also the Torah reading, a very special Torah reading, called Parsha's Para, where we review the laws and the concept of the red cow. There's a mitzvah in the Torah, one of the 613 mitzvos, which requires us, when we touch a dead body or go through certain types of impurities, to have the ashes of a red cow sprinkled upon us, and it's a very mystical law. And we review that little bit of the Torah this week. Now, in the introduction to that concept, the Torah starts off with the word Zos Chukas HaTorah, which can be interpreted to mean that this is the law of the Torah. Meaning, if you had to sum up the entire Torah in one commandment, that commandment would be red cow. Now, how in the world can the entire Torah be summed up in red cow? It's hard for us altogether to understand what the benefit of a red cow is. But how can we say that the entire Torah can be summed up with one mitzvah, and that being the red cow? It seems to really play no other part in any other commandment in the Torah. So what exactly does the Torah mean? And our rabbis tell us a very important point. When we think about the Torah, we often look at it as a book of rules, which in a certain way it is. However, a better way of understanding the Torah would be that the Torah is a guidebook for the relationship with God. Meaning, if you want to understand how God operates, or how the best way to be, or the best way to approach the relationship between man and God, the Torah is the guidebook for that. Now, the problem is that all human beings, mess up occasionally. We all make mistakes. And there has to be a safety mechanism in place for when that happens. What if we make a certain amount of mistakes and just the relationship starts to corrode? So the Torah points us to the rule of the red cow. Now, the red cow was meant partially to atone for the mistake that the Jews did to get forgiveness for the sin of the golden calf. Hence, it had to be a red cow because gold in its natural state is red. And the idea was that when the Jews committed the crime of worshipping the golden calf, which would be infidelity towards their creator, the natural assumption would be that God would never forgive such a crime. However, with the mitzvah of the red cow, he was telling us that there's always a way to come back. And even with the very thing that you use to do the ultimate crime against me, I want you to use that to come close to me. And that is the lesson of the red cow. The lesson of the red cow is that there's an unconditional love, and there's an unconditional, unbreakable relationship we have with God. And the red cow is meant to remind us of that. And that's what it means when we say the entire Torah can be summed up as the red cow. Because that mitzvah symbolizes that our relationship with Hashem, which is what the Torah really is unbreakable. And no matter what we do, there's always going to be a way for us to come back and be involved in that relationship again. On behalf of Makaravi, Shabbat Shalom.